This is TechCrunch. Raising a $250 million Series D round may seem like a distant and unnecessary distraction to startup founders pitching investors for that first $1 million in seed money. But it shouldn't be, according to several founders and venture capitalists. In their view, founders should be charting out a strategy for those later stage fundraises from the beginning. Avon co-founder and CEO Sadi Khan said while on stage at TechCrunch Disrupt, startup founders should start thinking about their later rounds before they raise their first financing. That strategy allows founders to determine how much capital they'll likely need throughout the growth of their startup. He said, "We're a very capital-intensive company. We provide asset-backed credit cards to consumers. We require large amounts of capital to scale up and will require large amounts of capital to grow. From day zero, we knew that we needed to have an intensive pipeline of investors that we want to work with over a long period of time." Founders who understand how much capital they need can focus on finding the right investors for an early stage round while building relationships with later stage investors of the same flavor. Leela Preston, head of growth equity at Generation Investment Management, said startups should start building these relationships at least 2 years before they need the capital. Starting these relationships early gives investors time to get to know the business and the market it operates in. It also gives investors a peek into the company's growth. Some later-stage investors, like Generation Investment Management, Preston said, can add value to a company long before they invest if they think an idea is promising. Preston said, "When we show up, even at Series A or B, we've done the homework so that we're an additive, worthwhile conversation. What are your milestones? What does success look like to you?" As the entrepreneur, if you are able to articulate that, you can come back and say, "Yes, you've been able to hit the milestones you set out." Zaya Yang, a partner at IVP, agreed and added that later stage rounds are closing quicker than ever. Giving investors time to learn about your company in advance helps both sides. Yang said, "It definitely helps to get to know those people earlier than you think you need to. When you're actually raising, you're talking to folks, so it's definitely helpful to think about it well in advance." Yang added that when early-stage companies start talking to later-stage investors, they don't have to necessarily share all their numbers or metrics quite yet. Instead, they can share the general direction of the company and the overall vision of what it's building. Startups looking to find these late-stage investors should start by turning to their existing cap table. Khan said that a company's existing investors can connect the founder to other VCs that would be a good fit or have worked well with the investors on the cap table in the past. He added, "At any given stage of fundraising, we always thought about what the next set of investors would be. We try to build relationships in the previous round with an investor who really focuses on the next stage round. And sometimes we'd let them come in on like a symbolic check to really start establishing a relationship." That's it from TechCrunch. For more bite-sized articles like these, go to techcrunch.com/startups.